Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about last week. Tommy wanted to take off because he was a slacker.
Dude, life just goes crazy. When one thing happens, it's just another and another and another, and the snowball just starts rolling. And yeah, so sorry to play hooky uh, for our third episode, but here we are.
He's not sorry.
I definitely am sorry. We
Third
made a
time's a charm
commitment to
for
do
him,
this.
then the negative way.
Chill out. Chill out. Um, yeah, I mean, we didn't miss much, just the world's on fire, and everybody's insane
The
and
world's
upset.
always on fire.
I know. It's crazy.
You have PJs?
Oh, yeah, we went to PJ's. Yep.
Dude, is that like a Sunday ritual for you guys? You'll just go to PJs?
I do. I'm an
Yeah,
early riser. I go and get my bean water bright and early.
You don't wake up early.
Yes, I do. It was like 10 o'clock. That was
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's what
That
I'm
was
saying.
pretty good.
That's when we're supposed to start recording this thing. Not even like when.
We did
Like,
good. It's 12:30.
Are you up? I'm like, bro, I've been up. I'm like, what do you? What are you
Look, timestamp. It is 12:23 on Sunday, the 16th.
Just took you forever to get ready today, you know?
Yeah, we're only 2.5 hours. Coming from Mr. IT support. Yeah, Cole had Microsoft Teams issues and
No.
authenticator issues. You're an authenticator.
Anybody who actually appreciates Microsoft, they're dumb. Like I don't even know because like I said, they have the coolest. They can have the coolest things, but they have the worst execution. They're the most half-assed company there is on this planet. And
There's some
it's
opportunity.
just, bro. I've never been. No company makes me that mad except them because it's like the simple little things.
Well, Apple, but that's you don't see it the
Bro,
same way
Apple
as I do.
is.
Apple
So
would
you're
be
telling
my
me support-wise, Apple is equivalent to Microsoft?
look. Microsoft, they do good, certain things well.
Certain.
Do they
Apple
have
does a lot well
opportunities?
though.
Yeah,
Apple does a
yeah.
lot well.
As soon, yeah, but I just if you stay in their world, they do things well. As soon as you, I don't know, I think they're nice, like they're nice little ecosystem, and then beyond that, they're dog water.
Microsoft or
No,
Apple?
Apple.
Oh,
Apple.
I was gonna say, bro,
Apple.
Microsoft ecosystem is
No,
trash. Like,
Microsoft is
bro,
just
it can't even have an ecosystem because it can't connect everything properly. It's
because
impossible,
anybody can make anything they want on Microsoft. Apple's got like their gatekeepers, ultimate gatekeepers. You
bro.
can't join our app store. Give me 30%. It's a shakedown. Yeah, no.
Because you get
Criminals.
access to amazing features that
No,
nobody else would.
you get access to their app store so you can sell your product and hope to make your overseers happy. I hate Apple. Gatekeepers. Let me download what I want on my $1,000 device. No one should be able to tell me anything otherwise. I spent that money. I should be able to do whatever I want with it.
No, false.
Yep.
You need to be told what to do.
No, yep. Yeah, it's for your protection.
Yeah, right.
Boy, as said by everyone, that's a terrible person.
Just like the government.
That's it. Just pretty much 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. That one's for Lilo.
Dude, literally. I wish she would watch this and then she would.
If Lilo ever watches this.
Well, Mona and David are trying to find this podcast.
I know. I think David already did.
Really? What?
I think David already did.
How?
I think he did. He knows too much already.
What did he say?
He just hinted that he may. I think they know the name of it.
There's no way.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. So.
When did they tell you this?
Like a week ago, maybe. But there was a hint.
You
that
keep
they
me
might
out
know.
of the loop.
I wasn't sure. It wasn't like we got so much going on. I'm sorry that I wasn't just like, oh hey, coworkers may have found our podcast. If you even want to call it a podcast right now, I think it's just Tommy and Cole chat, and then there's
Literally.
two people that might also be Tommy and Cole listening to it later.
Yeah, literally. Those are our best friends. They just happen to have our same exact name.
Dude, it's so weird. Shout out to Tommy and Cole leaving those comments. You guys MVPs.
Being subscribers.
Dude,
we really appreciate
man, y'all are really looking out.
You know, I'm gonna give each of y'all $10,000.
That's it.
Just 'cause,
Shut up.
It's right in your bank account. Just trust me.
There is something. One thing that has been on my mind that I did want to talk about, and it took me a second to get it going.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna go rescue the astronauts.
Oh, Musk is actually gonna.
They sent them. I think they left. As far as I want to say they left. I mean, we could double check that, but I feel like I read something. I know that there was a delay. They
Yeah.
said there's a delay, something about I think the hydraulics, yada yada. I'm not a rocket guy, um, but I feel like then I saw another article that said that they were getting ready to leave or they left. Um,
Yeah, let's see.
but I just, dude, I am just super like. I know they've been up there for a while, and they were only expected to be up there for what 9 days, and then
Good old Biden.
well, it's just like, bro, like, and there's only I think Russia's the only other country that can help. And of course, that's not happening right now. So then it did become a political pawn, and that's, dude. I mean,
What?
you can say what you want about anybody, but
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're telling me
that's
two
asshole.
people stuck in space and what he's doing isn't phenomenal? Like,
It's yeah,
you're the biggest douchebag on the planet if you literally look at Musk and say, "Oh, he sucks," even when he's doing stuff like that. I'm like, that's amazing. Not only is he working for free for our government, not even for our government, excuse me, for us,
yeah.
like, and all the people on the Doge team, like, they're all working for free, uncovering corruptness, fraud, all this horrible just excess spending that we don't even need to be doing. Now they're actually saving lives, dude. If I was stuck in space with some other person, oh, bro, ain't no way I'm gonna be.
For that long,
That's what I'm saying.
bro.
Literally, it's an extreme amount of time, and then people are saying he's a wipe. I'm like, that's just crazy, man. It just shows you how people are just so like the sheep. Like they're just like, oh well, our with the Apple people, right? Yeah, they're overlords. My overlord said to do this or believe that, and I'm gonna follow along
I,
and just trust that they're right. I'm like,
well,
what?
Elon was like, if we all remember a couple years ago, dude, praised, praised by
Ugh.
you know, more or less everybody. Um,
It's
and
funny because
now
like
here we are.
the right, not that, I don't think the right never had like a huge problem with him.
No,
I don't think they liked the route he was going with the whole EV stuff.
it's because he was pushing EV and all
Yeah,
that, and then they
and
were
then
like,
the liberals were like hardcore, like yeah, Musk is the guy, like da da da
yeah,
da da, and
Starlink is gonna help all the poverty people with no
literally
internet get them
they
access, and
they were
yeah,
like on their knees, doing some stuff for Musk because they're like he's the best,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden he just I
oh
mean, he's always been the same. Musk has never changed.
yeah,
But then he throws support to Trump because he's like, hey, man, I really agree with this, that. I think
yeah.
we can help. And then now they're like, oh my God, he's Satan. He's Satan's
Ah,
assistant. Oh, actually, he's probably actually running America, and Trump's just,
dude,
just a puppet. Like, I'm like, bro, y'all just had a Biden in office who literally had an auto pin sign everything.
yeah.
Even the pardons that were signed by the auto pin. So I'm like, well,
Just an auto pin.
technically, should that even be that shouldn't even be allowed in my opinion. Do
President
those
auto
even,
pin.
huh?
President auto pin. Hey,
Literally, dude. I
good
mean, and
work.
whoever else was, running all that stuff
That's
because I'm like, dude,
interesting.
hmm.
If an auto pin, like, so then at some point, like, let's say you really are not able to, like, let's say you're the
Well,
president and
that's
then
the thing.
you are
Biden really was
incapacitated.
not able to. He
Yeah.
was
So, like,
incapacitated.
at that point, then they could just have the auto pin and just kind of literally keep you up on a
But
popsicle
that's
stick.
what I'm saying. All they did was give him some drugs, shoot him up with whatever. So, oh, I'm alive, I'm alive, and
Little
then okay,
cocaina, and then,
literally, and then
woo,
auto
get up there,
pin's doing
Biden.
it. Cool. Biden's running the country still. See, well, he's okay. Don't
It's
worry about it.
interesting. Interesting.
Well, it's scary, man, because it's like, bro, like who really was running the country, and then excuse me, and then like what are we gonna do about that in the future for the auto pin? I'm like, dude, no, we need to have like I don't know how you could have something to like block that from happening.
Third
'Cause
party monitoring.
that's what I'm saying.
If someone's got if there's a red flag or a possibility that you seem a little throwed off, there needs to be a third party come in there and verify.
But
We're
then I mean,
talking,
those pardons though, would those even still be legitimate? Because if it was signed by an auto pin and not by the president himself,
hmm,
because there ain't
they
no
ain't
way he
going back.
authorized that. Oh, they never go back ever. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
so it's just like, oh, whatever.
Those dude, everybody part at this point, and I'll throw stones at everybody. All the
100%.
politicians pardon all their buds every freaking time. I don't trust none of them. All the bad guys get pardoned.
Oh,
No one went
100%.
to jail for the '08 recession. No one goes to jail. There's no accountability. They all get pardoned.
Yep.
Everybody does whatever the hell they want when you're at a certain tier, I guess, or
Every
status.
time. Every time.
And it's part of the problem.
Oh,
It's part
100%.
of the
And
problem, bro. It's upsetting.
well, that's why it's like the other day when I posted on Facebook, and then you liked it about the billionaires aren't going to affect your whatever it was,
Yeah.
like it was like one of my friends' brothers commented was like, "Well, lobbyists." I'm like, "Hey, well, that's a good point. I mean, touche." Because it was just
Yeah.
like, bro, this whole lobbying epidemic. I'm like, I don't even know how. I know Trump's not going to do anything about it.
No.
Um,
There's
this
money
nobody.
to be. There's a lot of money to be made, and that's
That's
a
what I'm
hard
saying.
system to break.
Nobody's gonna do anything about it, and
No.
that's what sucks. Dude. I don't care how much I like you, like Trump. I love Trump, but I already know he's not gonna do anything about it, unfortunately. And if he does, I'll be
Good
calling
luck.
me surprised. I'll be like, fantastic.
They're
Thanks
gonna
for
burn
doing.
him at the stake.
Well, even
Unf
more so, yeah, because
yeah,
dude, that's where you go afterwards to make all your money.
dude. If he
Well,
if
while
he
you're
did
while you're in and after, yeah.
if he did that, I mean, I would. I don't know. I'm just waiting for him to do something that's gonna burn the Republicans, because it seems like he's going balls to the wall for 4 years. He's gonna do whatever's right, and that
Well,
means
dude,
hurting both sides.
it's been less than 2 months, and you see
I,
how crazy
I,
it's been.
well, it's
It's I
just
feel like we've been in his under his presidency for a year or two already,
it's a
and
long
with how much
couple
has
months.
happened,
Yeah.
and then yeah, but yeah, I agree. I mean, they do need to do something like for like douchebags like Dan Crenshaw. I do not like Dan Crenshaw at all, dude.
Yeah.
He's not a Republican. He's not a true
I
American.
call him a rhino.
He is, yeah, 100%. Like
Yeah.
he talks crap about people like David Goggins. Said he wants to kill like Tucker Carlson.
I saw that.
Like, bro, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, and like he supported Ukraine. And the second, that's when I knew he was fake.
Yeah.
Whenever like everybody was pushing, whenever there's like everybody's in agreement, and like the media's pushing it hard, and then even when I worked for Liberty Mutual at the time, they were pushing the whole agenda, the Ukraine agenda. I'm like, bro,
Hmm.
something's up. This is too weird that everybody is in lock and step, or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
the saying is,
Lockstep. Yeah.
or lockstep thing, in lockstep, and they're all saying the same thing. I'm like, that's when I know for sure that it's not right. And then Dan Crenshaw started saying how, like, oh yeah, we need to support him. Like, bro, what are we supporting? There's nothing's happening over there. I mean, yeah, people are dying. Yes, it's unfortunate
Yeah.
what's happening to some
There's
people,
some things.
but it's not like this huge. Like what people don't know is it's like we literally said we wouldn't try to get Ukraine up to be a part of NATO.
Hmm.
We didn't
Like that
hold
was
up
part of
our end of
NATO.
the agreement.
Yeah.
Putin said if you keep pushing, I'm gonna do something.
Hmm.
We kept pushing, and this happened. And
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like he just did what he said he'd do, and then we didn't listen.
Well, I'm no expert on it, but I've dug around just because out of curiosity, it's become such a thing that you end up doing your own research, kind of finding out, as best you can through the facts of the internet, which is rough. Um, it's hard to get good information.
Hmm.
But it just seems like it's one of those situations that's been building up, and then I think
Oh
we
yeah.
did, whether it be, I don't know, man, it's a tricky situation, but
Well, dude, I just remember like when 9/11 happened, which now I'm believing that's all set up too. But that's a whole nother thing.
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, after Trump got to be president in 16, so much has changed in my mind just about like how crazy corrupt America is. Like I've always known there's problems, but it's just like how bad it is. I'm like it's just
Hmm.
crazy. But it's like back then they were saying, oh well, we're only going to intervene in these countries just because we want oil or we want to,
Mass destruction, right? There were weapons of mass destruction
yeah,
we looked for, I think, for a long
oh yeah,
time, and we never found a
and
single
we
weapon of
we
mass
found them,
destruction.
but we didn't find them.
They were never really, yeah,
Yeah,
those
right.
weapons never were
And
really
it's just like
there.
oh, well, we're just trying to
Weird.
control this, and we need to stay out of other countries.
Nah,
Like the
dude.
liberals were saying that hardcore, and then Ukraine happens. Like, well, we need to go help. We need to go intervene. Like every time it's convenient for them, it's like, oh, well, we need to intervene. Or same thing with the Republicans too, right? It's always like, well, we need to go do whatever. I'm like, bro, leave every other country alone. I don't care if Russia takes over Ukraine. That's not our problem.
Yeah.
Like, I like honestly, like I just why is it always America's job to step in and try to protect everybody while everybody craps on us, takes all of our money. Like Canada, dude. Like they're a bunch of pansies in Canada.
Hmm.
It's just like, except the hockey players, respect.
Yeah.
It's always the same thing. It's like, oh, hey, we're gonna charge you up the butt, and when with tariffs, and blah, blah,
Oh,
but
that
we try to flip it back on them and say, hey, we're gonna charge you more in tariff. Whoa, 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 hold on,
too
y'all are the
much.
worst people ever. And then
Cross the line.
we give them billions of dollars, not even through tariffs. I'm saying on top of the high tariffs we've been paying, we give them like billions of dollars to help support their infrastructure with
Yep.
like security and all this other
Aid.
stuff. Yeah, and so I'm like, hold on, so we're literally helping Canada be Canada, and then they're still crapping on us.
They've
Just like
always,
all the
dude, always shit on us.
That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense, man. It's just like that's why I love Trump though because that's his whole mindset is like, bro, like Y'all want to play this game? Let's play it. Like I'm gonna screw you over now and increase your tariffs and reciprocal tariffs and all
Yeah.
these things. I'm like, thank you, bro. Like I don't know why this. Like he was starting something so amazing when he was first president. He was trying to make us more independent instead of dependent.
Yeah.
Obviously, on all these other countries, which I love. Like I hate that we're so reliant on China. That the world is so reliant on China. And it's just like, dude, like,
Not a
just
good
let's make our own
person.
manufacturing. We have manufacturing, but let's go back to where we have our own manufacturing. Like, we're like the biggest nation for it, like to where we don't need anybody or anything. It's like, yeah, we still want to have allies and stuff and use other people, other countries,
Yeah.
but not where we have to rely on them. And it's like this whole like global order they're trying to do of, oh, well,
Just
let's all be connected and help each other, bro. That's so dumb.
You
It's
just
not
need
gonna
more of
happen.
a balance, bud. We just need more of a balance. And I think we let the pendulum swing the other way too far. And then now we just need to get it kind of back to the center a little bit, I think. But
Well,
it
what's good?
yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. It's just from the compared to the first four to this four is a whole different world though. Like I feel like
Oh yeah,
Trump was super concerned with the stock market in the first term. And I'm not even like a super political guy, but just like because it's so hard to avoid now, it's literally in every facet of our whole entire world is
yep,
in everything. Like he was super stock market focused. Now I think he's just doing the right thing at least as best as he can. Like everyone's got an idea, and all you
yep.
got is your idea, and you go out there and you try your best. We've seen other people's ideas, and clearly we've seen what other people's ideas have got us. Um, so I just think, man, you got a plan, and then he goes out there and he's shooting his shot and he's getting it done. He's got 4 years, and balls to the wall,
Well, it's
and we'll
interesting you
see.
say that because I read an article from Fortune, and they said why lowering the yield on 10-year bonds is more important to Trump than the stock market or interest rates.
Correct. I've heard
And
this
so,
or something.
and just like I said, Trump loved to brag about the stock market at the start of his first stint in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
And then, this, that, whatever. Where is it at? And then it says, we're focused on the real economy. Can we create an environment where there are long-term gains in the market and long-term gains for the American people? I'm not concerned about a little bit of volatility over 3 weeks.
That's correct.
And then it says, regardless of Trump's true feelings, the data suggests Americans are more exposed to changes in interest rates than swings in the stock market. While just about 6 in 10 Americans report owning stock, according to a 2023 Gallup poll, nearly 80% of American households have some type of debt,
Yep.
according to the Federal Reserve. The 10-year yield has fallen roughly 50 basis points since, which, if anybody doesn't know, that's 0.5%. 50 basis points since the week before Trump's inauguration, though it ticked up to 4.3% Friday morning. More voters are impacted by interest rates rather than the S&P political strategist and venture investor Bradley Tusk told Fortune, but inflation dwarfs both of them. And so basically, it was just talking. This kind of talks about how, which you can, kind of
Yeah,
get
it
from
makes
it.
sense. I
It's just like,
mean,
hey, like let's
yeah.
focus on what's actually, like you said, pertinent to Americans. Let's help drive interest rates down. Let's help bring costs down for people. And then on top of that, there was another article too that said Trump wants that because then it'll actually help us be able to refinance our debt at a lower interest
Hmm.
for the government. So then now the government will actually owe less, and it's actually just a strategic move on everything. I was like, bro, like I
Makes
wouldn't be
sense.
surprised if that's what he's doing because he really does. On Charlemagne's podcast, he was talking to what was that comedian's name? Can't remember. They were talking to him about like Trump, and then the comedian was like, he's like, what the Democrats don't get about Trump is that like he's so relatable.
You talking about the guy with the mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name,
Uh,
but I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember if it's Andrew or whatever it was, but
Yeah, something Andrew.
yeah, and he was just saying how he's so relatable, and that's what makes him so likable, and people want him as president because it's like he'll literally be talking, and there could be some like Indian guy who'd be like, "Well, what are you talking about?" And then he's like, what did this guy say? Like he just
I
straight up
saw that
says what
video.
people think and
Yeah,
say. And like, bro, it's so true. It's like he acts like us. So yeah, he's a billionaire, sure, but he's a normal person.
yeah.
Is I don't think he's on a nobody puts him on a pedestal and is like, oh my God, Trump, oh Lord, like he's perfect. He's no,
Well,
bro, like
there's some. Well,
well, some
there's
yes,
there.
some people,
I
some
like to
people.
throw stones, and there's some people out there.
There are some weirdos that do that for
He
sure,
is. He is. I think a god in some people's eyes. There are
right?
some people that I think have now put him in a spot where he
Well,
is.
sadly enough, so is Biden too. And I'm like,
I
bro, y'all,
well,
both people are weird, equally weird. I'm
yeah.
like, y'all are weird that y'all put these people like
I,
you you care so much about, or like not care so much, but like you think they're so great.
I have to derail us. I have to
We've
bring up
been
something that
derailing.
I have to bring up something that has been in my brain.
Hmm.
Um, and I can't even remember. Somebody was talking about it, and it kind of made my brain blow up. So like, speaking of Ukraine, um, so Zelensky has not. They haven't had an election, I think, since 2016. Don't quote me
Really?
on the year.
Wow.
And they have basically suspended all elections because of the war.
Uh-huh. Nice.
So it made me think though, like, okay,
2019.
okay, 2019. So we're going on what, 6 years, no
Yeah,
election.
but still a long
That's
time. Yeah.
that's pretty lengthy. That's a scary precedent.
Yeah.
That's a very scary precedent.
100%.
And I don't know. We're supporting it. Um, I mean, not us currently right now, but I just feel like we need to keep our eye on that because that is and I don't want us to think about anything like that.
Well, you
Like
know
I
what's
don't.
scary too. Um, it's not just I think in Canada too. The same thing happened. Now I'm not going to be 100% like I'm not going to say this perfectly, but this is the gist of what happened. So in Canada with Trudeau, right?
Yeah.
I think he forced an election. He had the right to force an election, not this past time that he was reelected. He like forced like moved it up or forced it or whatever. That way he
Hmm.
could get be able to keep power and all this stuff. So that's why he was reelected. But then if you look at this time too, he stepped down, right?
Yeah, I saw that, which was weird.
So do you know what happens when he steps down?
Yeah, some other guy got elected. Some other Democratic dude popped up.
But do you know why?
Mm-mm.
The people didn't choose him. So
Who
that's the
chose
thing.
him?
I thought, oh hey, he was elected. His own party chose him.
So basically, the same
So
party of the current regime just gets to then
they
select a
have
new
the
dude.
say. They vote for who they put in because oh well, hey, well Tommy over here, he was our leader for party Android,
Yeah.
and since he was with the androids and he chose to leave, well, it's our right to replace him. So we're gonna vote for who we choose to replace him. I'm like, dude, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You could just keep power in a party
So
by just
so what's happening though? Like, is that the normal, or are they just abnormal right now? Did something throw them off schedule? Like,
well, that's what I don't know. I don't know if the timeline remains the same of like, oh, well, now he gets to keep his regular serve a regular term, or if he now has to go get pushed. But I think he gets to serve his regular term.
bro, if there's any Canadian experts out there, Canadian government election experts that would like to come and educate us,
Yep,
we'd love
please,
to have a conversation just to find out exactly how that process happens, because that
literally.
sounds wild.
And now he's officially sworn in
Well, and I knew
yesterday.
Trudeau had been involved for a little while. Like his name had just I always just kind of thought he was just there, like other people's governments, dude. We got so much going on here. Half the time, I'm not worried about,
Right.
bro. We got too much in our own house to worry about.
But now it's starting to make me worry a little bit more because now we're starting to see like how across the world, like you said, with Ukraine, right, with Zelensky.
Hmm.
Well, now he didn't have to leave because of war. I was like, oh, we gotta say we have to
He's
have a
in a
leader,
war. He's in a war.
right? And then now it's the same thing with Canada. Well, not same thing, but a similar thing with Canada, to where it's like, oh, well, hey, well, he stepped down,
Did he use
so
COVID? Maybe was that like maybe he suspended elections because of COVID or did something weird there?
you mean Trudeau?
Yeah.
No, I think it was like hold on, what was it? Crap. No, I think they moved it up. They actually like by the book. I was talking to somebody from Canada. Awesome person. I love her. She does our SEO. She was telling me, she was explaining me the situation, filling me in on the situation, to explain how, oh yeah, he was able to do that legally, because of XYZ. He was able to move it up and stuff, and I think just accelerate
Legally.
the election or whatever it was, and that's what got him to win. And then now him stepping down caused Mark Carney to be able to be voted by his own party to take his place,
And that's the new
which
one.
yeah, which Mark, he has held no political office whatsoever. He was a
Okay.
central banker.
Oh, great.
So I'm like, oh,
Very
interesting how we have,
trustworthy.
yeah. And that's why I'm just like, and if you want to actually, if you want to share with everybody, the whole idea of Jekyll Island
Oh,
and all that.
was that your transition? Was that your pivot?
Yeah, because people need to know because you taught me that, and I was like, huh, that was
I,
actually really interesting.
well, I'm
And
definitely not even like I'm definitely not the guru on the subject. There's a really cool book, like Cole just mentioned, called The Creature from Jekyll Island. Um, and I think it's written by Edward G. Griffin. But it's basically just about the creation of the Federal Reserve. Um, and it basically happened on an island really quick in the middle of the night. Didn't give Congress a lot of time to debate or fight it. Basically, they just passed that as quick as humanly possible. I think it was like Christmas Eve. I can't remember the exact timing, but it was over a holiday, and they pushed it through real quick, created the Federal Reserve. Um, Europe was actually sending people to warn us not to do it. There's like a whole conspiracy about the Titanic, that people aboard the Titanic were coming over to actually try to stop this. And one of the reasons maybe the Titanic went down is because they were trying to prevent that from happening. Because the central bank is not our friend. They make tons of money from war. They they print our money down to nothing. They do nothing for us. They make their money, and it's I don't know. There's a lot of darkness in the central bank and the Federal Reserve. Definitely highly recommend reading the book. Sorry, my explanation was not top tier. Cole kind of dropped that on me quick, and I was not nearly prepared to have a discussion about that. Um, but yeah, there's the Rockefellers are involved. There's a lot of shady people that are involved in all that central bank business when it was created. So do your research. I'm no expert, not a financial advisor. Uh, yeah,
You're the
crazy,
worst.
scary. It's really scary. And now, I mean, I don't know. We're in such a strange time. I think for our generation and just everybody on Earth.
No.
Empires rise and fall, like it's inevitable throughout all of history. And U.S. is, I think, what, over 100 and some odd years
So what?
officially.
1776.
Well, I mean, yeah. So that's a couple hundred. I don't know what I think they average. How long did Rome live? How long did Rome live? I feel like we're definitely on the
Because
same
we're
path.
200. Let's see, 230 plus 20, like 250 years old.
Average lifespan of an empire. Yeah, the average one survives 250 years. The Egyptians, Ottomans, Roman, um, all existed longer than 250, and the Eastern Roman and Byzantine empires lasted over 1,000. So we'll either go big, I guess, or we're gonna die with the minor ones. So
Yep.
we'll see. We're around that 250 mark, but I just there's strange correlations. I feel like our society and everything is looking very Roman,
Oh yeah.
and then you start debasing currency. You can't pay your army, and then you collapse. And I see us debasing and having trouble paying people. And yeah, there's a lot
Well,
of
and that's what's
correlations.
interesting though, and that's why I'm so. What makes me more pro Trump is that it really seems like this go around. I've said this a million times, and you've heard me say it a million times. But I love that he had so much time to set up his next presidency. Like they gave him the 4 years of Biden. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, well, you screwed me. I'll stole this election. Whatever. I'll come back and I'll win it next time because he had all those 4 years of just plotting and planning how to just crush it. And then now, and also set up the right team, which clearly he's been doing
he's
a
got some
way better
people.
job.
I like the
And then,
people around him a lot more than the first time.
oh, dude, it's like night and day.
Immensely.
He
Yes.
had all these rhinos in his part. Like, I'm like, why did he choose
Mm.
her or him or whatever? And then now it's like, bro, I see exactly why he chose the people he chose now. I'm so happy. But it's just like now, now he seems like he's really trying to. I'm sorry, not that he wasn't before, but the focus is different. Like you were saying, he's not caring about like making look at this, look at the stock market, look how great.
Short term impacts. He's looking for
Exactly.
that long term
And he's like, I'm
win.
trying to eliminate all the debt. And I'm like, bro, like, how would you do that? And he's like, oh, that's easy. I would just sell these visas basically. I can't remember the official name of the other one, but he was basically would replace some type of visa already. I think for foreign businesses to come here.
Yeah.
Um, but this would cost $5 million
Per
for
card.
each
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
the gold card.
The
And
gold
I was
card.
like, dude, imagine though if he actually is able to sell enough to where we clear the debt and or like clear it and then get some on top.
I think it's 7 million millionaires.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like five or to was it 7 million? You said? Oh yeah, yeah,
I remember
yeah.
somebody trying to run some
You're right.
numbers, and I think they said 7 million millionaires. Not a mathematician,
But
but
then think about how awesome that would be though too. And that's why I love like he's so smart, dude, and how he plans or whoever his team is. He's a part of that, right? Even if it
Yeah.
wasn't his idea, his team helps him and he
Yeah.
says yes or no. But so it's just like, dude, to say 7 million people, 7 million millionaires
Yeah.
or whoever,
Yeah.
they're going to bring business to the
Yeah.
U.S. So now our GDP
They're gonna
is
make businesses because clearly they
immensely.
got bread.
That's what I'm saying. So now
Clearly.
they're going to make businesses. It makes our GDP skyrocket. We have a ton more opportunities for employment. So now more people can get jobs.
Hmm.
So now even more growth, more higher wages for people.
Yeah.
Um, and then now we're able to also reduce the debt on top of that. So dude, now we're out of debt and then some with a surplus potentially.
And we're
But
making
just
more
say
money.
we're out of debt, dude. We're out of debt. We can stop printing money. We can get off. We can potentially move from, hey, now that we don't need to print anymore, we have no more debt, we don't need to print, inflation just takes a huge plunge, the dollar skyrockets in value across the world, people are borrowing from us now. There's just like and then we could literally go, crypto could be a thing now to, okay, now it's actually put it back on the gold standard,
Yeah.
or put it back on
Or a
a
blend.
Bitcoin standard, or
A
or a
gold
blend.
Bitcoin blend.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it would be so like, if Trump does that, dude, I would literally, my mind will explode.
I think that's a. I think you're that would be a grand slam. If you
Oh,
could, if
dude.
he could come out of the
If
4
he just
years and
if
do
he
that,
just that one thing, I
do
should
you
say,
think people are gonna try to make him a king if he does that, or
bro,
at least give him a third? Are they
I,
gonna?
I
People
would
have joked about it, and it's I
I
don't
would do it though.
Cole,
I would,
but come on, like
I know then it sets the precedent. Yeah,
I don't want to set the precedent because then
yeah.
we're gonna let somebody try to go fourth, and I
We
don't
should do
know
just
what
this
that,
one time exclusion. Hey, he had the last election
bro.
stolen from him. He did such an amazing job saving our country and the world. Let's just have one more term.
I like I get the
Yeah.
options might be rough out there, but I still don't want to set the precedent. It's
No, yeah,
just weird.
we can be hypocritical and be like, well, across the world, that's not fair. And then, well, but
Nope.
it makes sense for this because that's not fair.
I don't.
Even if it did make sense, right? Even if I knew he had more to bring and more to do,
Yeah.
it's still like, bro, like
Wait.
we have limits for a reason.
And he's gonna be like 82 or 83 by the end of his fourth.
Ah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's
the end
gonna
of his
be up
80s.
there. So like, I
Wow,
mean, realistically, like if now I'm being fair across the board, like I've always said, like 65, 70, like Congress people need to. So
dude,
like
I
we
don't.
need to like
How do we have term limits for a president, but we don't have term limits for like the Supreme Court judges
you can
or
die
people in
in there.
Congress?
You
Or
can
I'm
die in
like,
your chair.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, this is just ridiculous. It's like, oh, hey, I can serve 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 4 years.
Can you hear the
Oh
dog
yeah.
barking?
Oh, I can hear the dogs.
Oh, I'm
Is that
so
Jack?
sorry, everybody. Oh my
No, it's
gosh.
funny.
No, it's
Hey, it makes
not.
it
I'm
more
so.
natural.
No, it's this is nothing natural about them
Tommy's like,
being annoying,
ah.
bro. 32 minutes, y'all were doing so good. We were doing so good,
It's
dogs.
been 32 minutes.
32 minutes, big dog.
Did I swear, man? See,
Yeah.
that's why we started this podcast, dude. It's just like this is literally what we
Time
do
flies.
every day.
Just talking about hopefully plans, dreams, solutions.
Yeah.
Uh,
But think about how crazy. Seriously, man, like that would be such a beautiful thing to see. Like Trump to be able to do all those things. Obviously, that's
bro, cut the debt in half. Cut the debt in
literally
half in
even
4 years,
that,
and I mean, you could walk off like John Elway into the sunset.
dude.
Like just
And I know
crushing it.
everybody's still gonna give him crap for it, but I'm like, bro, like I don't care because like the debt's just been going up and up and up. And that's all they talk about now is, well, comparatively, he did worse than Biden,
Yeah.
or because he spent more in debt. Oh well, Biden did better because he spent less, or they talk about how much they spent. Like, how is that even a metric to
It's
compare success? Like, we're still getting more debt.
yeah.
That's the problem. How about we solve that problem,
How about we
and
balance our
then we start
budget?
talking, right? Dude,
Balance the
literally.
budget, big dog. Just
And
balance the
then
budget.
everybody who hated him for his, or sorry, hated him for his Trump tax cuts. Oh, this is a terrible plan. It affects everybody. Okay, well, go ahead and repeal it when you'll get into office. Oh, well, we're gonna keep those the
Yeah.
same. We're gonna mess with those. Oh,
We
interesting,
and then he's got the new stuff coming out, right? That everybody's been really upset about. But then like I
dude.
heard more specifics about it, and I was kind of like, is it
Wait,
really that
what are
bad?
you referring to? Because I just read something
I,
2 days ago.
well, all I know is I kind of heard a little bit more specifics, like households under $150,000,
Yes,
no income
that good.
tax,
Yep.
no overtime,
Mm-hmm.
and no tip
Yeah, no
tax.
tax on tips. Yep,
And I'm
bro.
just like, how? So like I get like we hate the orange man, bad orange man, but like how can you blatantly just ignore that and be like
But
that's not relevant at
but look what
all?
he's doing. 93% of Americans make 150 or less,
Yeah,
right? So what are you doing? Okay, well, you're not
Helping.
taxing. Yeah, you're helping, not taxing
Yes.
people who are lower income than what these everybody. Just for this discussion, I'll say that is more wealthy. Tax the rich, tax the
Mhm.
wealthy. Okay, well, Trump's doing that. He's not increasing it, but he's still taxing them, but not taxing the people who need more money.
Which is
So like, well,
pretty
as a
brilliant.
Democrat, you should say that's an amazing thing, shouldn't you? Not you, but I'm saying the Democrats should say
Yes,
that. Oh,
that's
that's
fine.
amazing. Holy crap! Like he's actually helping the less fortunate,
Yeah.
and he's still putting the screws to the rich. It's like, okay, that he does. No, that's not. No, we still want their money too. We're like, wait a second. So now you're trying to tax people who can't afford
It's
to be taxed? It's like it just blows my mind, dude. How like they literally put their foot in their mouth every single time, like with like Tesla, right? Back to
yeah.
Musk. It's like EV's the way. Oh my God, Musk is our savior. Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. And now they're like, burn Teslas, destroy the charging stations. Hello, Jessica. They're like, seriously, they literally are burning stuff. So now they're burning and destroying property, which is a crime. But
Mhm.
they're also polluting the environment as they're destroying these EV vehicles and charging stations that do so much good for so many people.
It,
So, dude, there's so many like things in that one thing. I'm like,
so much dumb.
so much dumb, so much dumb.
So much dumb.
Seriously,
Dude, people are making poor choices and they just we're not there's not making good people are just not making well-defined good choices. And I think they got a lot of anger and it's just misdirected. And they're just lashing out at Orange Man, you know.
right? And well, it's stupid to me, man, because like whatever side you're on, I'm like, anytime you start resorting to like like being just evil or hateful, for whatever I'm like, bro, you already lost right there. Just you immediately lost. Like even if you're right to disagree with somebody for whatever stupid thing they did or said,
Yeah.
being hateful for whatever it is, like you're stupid and you lost the argument already because like, bro, the whole point of us as people, the whole point of us as people and as a society is to, hey, let's be a community, let's join together, to help each other, be there for each other, support each other. Yeah, it's like we have a relationship, dude. You argue with your wife, I argue with my wife. People, that's just normal, man. That's literally relationships, just like being in the
You
same
solve
country as.
problems. You come
Yeah,
to a
we're all
solution with some
literally,
friction. It was like
literally just
Zelensky and Trump. You argue and then you come to a solution. It's healthy.
right.
Healthy
The
conversation.
Trump solution, chingon,
Oh
but
my chingon. Um, these dogs are about to ruin our entire podcast.
and
So
Jessica.
yes. There's
Just kidding.
there's a lot of multiple layers to the equation. Happy that everybody's alive and doing good.
Except my dogs, I want them to die.
No. I want everybody to be okay. I just wish they'd be quiet, but they do not.
I
Um,
see they're wrestling like yeah.
bro, I'm just hoping they just stay quiet for another at least 5 minutes. Let us just, whew.
Goose frap.
Yeah. But was there any other big
No,
issues of the week?
no. I
Nothing
mean,
crazy.
there's always something,
Of
but
course.
we'll definitely cap it here just because I know your dog's being a little crazy. Um, but yeah, no. Next week I'm excited. Now we have better cameras too,
Mm.
so hopefully this helps the sound issue. Well, sorry, Sam. The visual issue, but then hopefully the sound issue is fixed as
Oh,
well. But we'll see. I can't even talk, dude.
I
I'm
heard
so, I'm so
that.
pissed. I'm
That
so
was
pissed off
rough.
about Microsoft.
You got a lot of anger. Oh, there's just a lot of. But yeah, no. I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and hope that appreciate y'all hanging in there even with us. I guess like, share, subscribe, whatever, wherever.
Whatever, man. We don't even want
Yeah.
your subscription.
Well,
What are you
I
kidding? Go
mean,
away, please.
right now it's just me and Cole. So if anybody wants to join us, we're
No, it's not me and Cole. It's Tommy and Cole. We don't know who
me.
they are.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Tommy and Cole. Huh?
They're just
That
like-minded
was me as in
individuals.
M-E-E. There was a guy, I think his name is me.
There's a third one in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't worry about it. But yeah, we'll be back at it next weekend. Um, but yeah, I guess I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you,
Yes.
Cole. Thank you.
No, thank you,
Yeah,
Tommy. I appreciate
appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
that.
Thank you, sir.
Stay great, everybody.
Yes, sir. Deuces, buds.